to another yoga studio. I'm Kat, for those of you who haven't tried one of my videos before, and it's lovely to have everyone on the mat with me today. So today's flow is a soothing, quietening, calming flow. So we've still got a bit of movement. We're going to be on our feet. We're going to be using a bit of strength, but we're just going to slow it down just that little bit and work to soothe the mind and the body while we go. So grab any props you think you might need. If there's something you perhaps want to use as a block or to support the body at all, and anything that might be useful for a strap if you like to use a strap. And then when you're ready, we're just going to start on our backs today. So we're going to come round to lie on the floor. So you can lie in any comfortable position. So if that means that you want to lie with your knees bent, we're going to take a little bend in the knees. If you want to stretch the feet away from you and come to a fully reclined position, then you can also lay flat on the floor. Hands then are either on the belly and the chest, just to help you tune into breathing. We're going to let them flop out to the side. And when you're ready, start to tune into the breath. So noticing the inhale and the exhale. See if you can then begin to slow the breathing down. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose if we can, and then all the way down through the chest to the belly. Let's try and find the rise of the belly and the chest as we inhale, and the fall of the belly and the chest as we exhale. So maybe noticing then as that breath deepens and slows, that perhaps a little bit of tension in the body releases. And as we focus purely on the breathing, notice if the mind starts to quieten, allowing any thoughts that you don't need right now just to float away with the breath. And see if you can follow the breath all the way down, even into the tailbone, so you feel the space at the bottom of the spine, space in the lower back, space in the middle of the back, space in the chest around the heart. And then we're going to keep breathing in all the way up through the neck, the head, and out to the crown of the head. And then as you exhale, gently let all of that breath go. So I'm going to do that 2 more times. So inhale, see if you can picture the breath coming all the way down to the tailbone, the lower back, middle of the back, just above the belly button, chest around the heart, the neck, the head, and all the way up to the crown of the head, the tip of the head. And as you breathe out, just let it all go. One more time, breathe all the way down into the tailbone. Breathing into the lower back, so that space below the navel, the belly button. The middle of the back, so just coming in towards the diaphragm, the bottom of the rib cage. Chest around the heart. Think of the spine where it runs up through the neck. And then carry that line all the way up through the head. And then out through the crown of the head. And then exhale, just let the jaw relax, breathe out through the mouth. So take 2 more big breaths in here. Noticing how the body feels now. And then slowly start to move the fingers, the toes, the hands and the feet. So if you've been laying with the knees bent, see if you can now just lengthen the legs away from you. And as you inhale, we're just going to roll from the hips. So we roll the legs, so the knees and the toes pointing towards each other. As you exhale, just let that movement go. So inhale, roll the knees and the toes pointing towards each other. Exhale, release. So just do that 3 more times. That movement starting from the hip, traveling all the way down through to the heels. Letting the legs then flop away from each other. And then the legs are going to relax, and we're going to do the same thing with the arms. As you inhale, roll the backs of the hands up off the floor, so you bring your thumbs all the way around to the mat. Can you keep on rolling through the arms, so you roll your shoulder blades up off the floor, maybe the palms back up off the floor, and then exhale, roll back. All the way around, so we bring the backs of the hands to the mat. So inhale, roll through the arms, the palms, up through to the shoulders, rolling the hands across the floor. And then exhale, let it relax. We're just going to do that 3 more times. Once more, just rolling through the arms, point the shoulders, shrug them right into the center, and then exhale, let it all flop and relax back. So now see if you can put the 2 together. So we're going to move through the arms and the legs together. So inhale, roll the knees and the toes in, roll through the backs of the hands, through the palms, roll the shoulders so they hug up and in. Exhale, and let it go. So inhale, roll everything into the middle. Exhale, release. We're just going to do that 3 more times. Last one. Let everything flop and relax. And then exhale, bring the right knee up in towards your chest. Give the right knee a nice tight hug in. And then as you exhale, bring the left knee up to join it. Tug both knees in. So if it's a little bit more comfortable to hold the legs around the backs of the thighs rather than over the shins, you can. Maybe take a little rock here with the knees from side to side, so you find a little massage for the back. And then when you're ready, breathe out. Take the right leg down towards the floor and give the left knee a nice tight hug in. Good. Exhale, squeeze the belly, the lower belly, the belly button down in towards the floor, gauging the core, pushing the back into the mat. And then as you exhale, take the right leg up off the mat. Just stretch it up towards the ceiling. Maybe draw some little circles with the ankle while we're here. And then send those circles back the other way with the ankle. And then flex the foot, spreading the toes out. So the toes point back towards the face. Reach the heel up. Doesn't matter if you've got a little bend in the knee, that's fine. And exhale, relax the right leg all the way down to join the left. Notice if there's a little bit of difference between the legs. And then take a little rock. And then hug the right knee in towards your chest as you let the left leg extend up towards the ceiling. Same thing, maybe draw some little circles with that ankle. And then draw those circles back the other way. Good, and then just stretch the heel up towards the ceiling. See if you can maybe spread the toes out, pointing the toes back towards the face. Notice if perhaps this stretch feels different on one side to the other. And then exhale, release it. Hug the right knee in, left knee in. And again, take a little rock here. From side to side. Notice how the left leg feels now. It's relaxed in towards the chest. And then we're going to come up to sitting. So trying to use your rock and roll if you can, or just make your own way up if you need to. We're going to hold around the backs of the thighs as you exhale, roll up through the spine, come up to sitting, and then inhale, rock back if that feels okay. So you inhale, roll back, exhale, roll up. See if maybe you can find a little bit of balance. One more, and then roll yourself all the way up. Hold the balance, sit nice and tall. See if we can hold a little mini boat here, trying to let go of the hands perhaps. Good, then release the feet down, and we're going to bring the left foot in with the right leg in front, if we can come into our easy seated pose. Otherwise, take a wide cobblers, wide diamond shape with the feet. You can always use your block, your cushion, whatever you've got to put in underneath the hips if you need it. So we're going to sit nice and tall, exhale, chin to chest, and then take a big breath in, roll the head to the right. Exhale, bring the chin back into the center. Inhale, roll the head to the left. Exhale, chin to center. Inhale, take it to the right. So just a gentle roll, finding a little bit of movement right into the top of the spine. So once more, come to the right. And then all the way back round to the left. And then release the chin down into the center. Hold on to the legs wherever you feel you can, and then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, take a little roll back through the spine. Come into a seated cat stretch. And then as you inhale, reach the arms up, bring them around the back of the head, squeeze the elbows back, lift the chest. Exhale, release the hands down, chin to chest, roll back through the spine. Inhale, lengthen up, hands around the back of the head. Squeeze the elbows back, lift the chest. So just moving with the breathing. Take it some seated cat-cows, rolling the spine one way. And then arching the back the other way. We're going to take one more in each direction. So exhale, chin to chest, curl under. Inhale, take it all the way up. Squeeze the elbows back. And then release the hands down. And if you have managed, if you are sitting in your easy seated pose, we've got the legs crossed, just come around to swap the feet so you change position. If you're in your diamond shape, you can stay there, or maybe extend through the legs if you prefer. Take the fingertips out to the side. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, take a little lean over to the left. So stretch out through the fingertips or push down through the hip. Come all the way back up to the middle, swap the arms over. Exhale, push down through the left hip, reach out through the left fingertips. Inhale back into the center, reach both arms up, and then as you exhale, twist to the right. Bring the fingertips to touch the floor if you can. Lengthen up through the spine, maybe take a little look over the shoulder. Inhale, come all the way back to the center, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist the other way. Good. Inhale to the center. Reach the right arm back up again. And then as you exhale, take another little lean over to that left side. Maybe you can get a little bit further. Maybe you can start to bring the elbow down towards the floor. Don't worry if it doesn't get there. Roll that right shoulder back. See if you can maybe look up towards your elbow, the top elbow. If not, we're looking towards the floor. Keep grounding down through that right hip. Breathe into the right rib cage and reach out through to your fingertips. Inhale, come back into the center, reach the left arm up, take the right arm down and then breathe out, lean over to the right side. Again, can you get that little bit further? Can you bring the elbow to the floor? Where does the body want to go today? And then as you exhale, roll that left shoulder, melt it down the rib cage into the middle of the spine and push down through the hip, reach out to the fingertips. Does it feel good to look up towards the top elbow, or do you want to look towards the floor? Good. Exhale, squeeze the belly into the spine, lift up, bring both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Look over the back shoulder again, and then wrap the arms. So we're going to bring the left arm around to the right hip, Right hand around to the left hip if we can. Exhale, squeeze the belly in. See if you can twist a little further. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up, come to the top. Exhale, twist to the left. Fingertips to the mat. And then again, take the wrap with the arms if you can. So left hand to right hip, right hand to left hip. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, see if you can twist a little further. Good. Inhale, release it. Come back into the center. And then we're just going to bring ourselves around onto our hands and knees. So square the knees under the hips, press down through the shins and the feet. As you exhale, we're going to press down through the fingertips and the palms. So inhale, reach the right arm up. As you exhale, thread underneath, twist to the left. Inhale, push yourself up. Straighten the right leg away from you. Reach the right arm up and over the ears. Inhale, bring the right knee back in underneath the hip. Thread under, come around to look to the left. Inhale, push up. Thread the, slide the arm and the leg away from you. If it helps, just turn that left leg off the mat to give you a little bit more balance. Maybe tuck the toes under. And then when you're ready, inhale to the center. Exhale, take it the other way. So inhale, push up, come into your side stretch. Exhale, thread under. Inhale, push up. Exhale, side stretch. So we're going to do that one more time. So inhale to the middle. Exhale, take it underneath into your twist. Inhale, push up. And then exhale, side stretch. So inhale, come back into the center. Bring the knees in underneath the hips. Exhale, send the hips back. Come to child's pose. See if you can just gently push through the fingertips and the hands out in front of you, pushing your hips all the way down into your heels. Take a couple of big breaths in. Think of that deep breathing we did right at the start when we were breathing all the way down into the base of the spine. Can you take your breath all the way down into the base of the spine, helping the spine to relax? Send it all the way up through the spine and out to the crown of the head, finding that little bit of length, and then exhale, release. One more breath here. And then when you're ready, inhale, come back up onto your hands and knees. So we press down through the shins and the feet. Exhale, press through the fingertips and the palms. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, thread under. Twist to the right. Inhale, push back up. And then as you exhale, slide the left foot away. Reach the left fingers over the ears. Inhale, come back into the middle, and then exhale, come to your twist and your thread. Inhale, push up. So remember, if you find that the balance just a little tricky, just slide the foot back behind you, maybe tuck the toes under, give you a little bit more grip, and then thread under when you're ready. So inhale towards that tabletop position. Exhale, come into that side stretch. Inhale back to the center, and then exhale, thread underneath, come to your twist. So reach the rib cage up. Imagine you can make a rainbow with the body in that side stretch. And then when you're twisting, really reach those fingertips. Use your hand to pull your shoulder in underneath you. We're going to do one more then in each direction, or through each through the twist and the side stretch. So exhale, come under. Inhale, push it up. Exhale, side stretch. Inhale, come back to your tabletop position. Exhale, let the hips relax all the way back towards the floor. Bring your palms together. Try and see if you can release your elbows to the mat. And then bring the hands around behind the head into your shark's fin. Maybe draw some little circles with the wrists in that shark's fin position. Circling the hands, the palms round one way, the other way. And then take the hands back down towards the floor. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, come up to tabletop. Big breath in. And then exhale, tuck the toes under, lift back up to downward facing dog. Good. So pedal the feet out. See how the body feels in that downward dog position today. Which little bit of movement would you like to take? And then we're just going to release the heels towards the floor if we can. So it doesn't matter if they don't touch. It doesn't matter if you can't straighten the legs. But try to think of pressing through the big toe, the little toe, the outside edge of the feet and the heels. Press through the fingertips and the palms and lift the hips up and back. Good. So we want to come up to the top of the mat. So just find your way towards the top. Walk, hop, jump, do whatever you want. And then feet underneath the hips to start. Big bend in the knees, relax forwards, let the head drop to the floor. So just allow the head to hang heavy. Use the weight of the head to stretch the spine towards the mat. So we're just taking the spine out of its normal position with gravity. We're allowing gravity to pull and spine the stretch the other way. If you wanted to go a little further, clasp the hands together, cup them in around the back of the skull, underneath the skull, and then just gently pull the head a little further towards the floor and maybe tuck the chin in. Two more big breaths here. If you do find that maybe the spine takes a little pop or crick here, don't worry about it. It's quite normal. As long as it doesn't hurt, we're okay. And then release the hands towards the floor. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, and just slowly round up. We've been upside down for a little while there, so we're not going to rush up. And the last thing to come up is the head. Just gently lift the chin away from the chest. Good. Breathe in. Reach the arms up. Bring the palms together. Breathe out. Ground down through the feet. Breathe in, lift the chest. See if you can gently pull your arms back past your ears. Exhale, ground down through the feet. Breathe in, reach a little bit further back out through those fingertips. And then exhale, bend the knees, come all the way down towards the floor. Hands come onto the shin, inhale, halfway lift. So see if you can just straighten through the knees, straighten through the spine. You can try to make a number 7 shape. Exhale, release from the hips, come into your fold, belly in the chest. Try and get a little closer to the thighs now. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep it all the way up. Bring your palms together, lift the chest, squeeze the arms back past the ears, and then exhale, take it all the way back down towards the floor. Maybe have a little smaller bend in the knees, hands to the shins or the ankles. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, bend the knees, take it all the way up. Palms together, lift the chest, squeeze the arms back. Exhale, take it down towards the floor. So maybe you can take a little less bend in the knees each time. Halfway lift. Just take the hands wherever you feel you can. Exhale, fold. Inhale, micro bend the knees, sweep it all the way up. Palms together, lift the chest, squeeze the hands back. One more time, take it down towards the floor. Down to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. So bend the knees that little bit, lift the chest up again, and then take a big step back with the right leg. We're going to take the right knee down towards the floor, come into our lower lunge position. So you can have the toes tucked under or the foot flat to the floor. Using the left arm, inhale, reach the left arm out in front, stretch it all the way up to the ceiling, and then as you exhale, twist to look behind you. Circle the arm round. So inhale, reach the arm up and out in front to the ceiling, stretch all the way through the fingertips. Exhale, take it back behind you. So nice big, slow circles, working with the breathing. One more. And then as you exhale, open the chest, reach the fingertips back behind you. So you use your arm, your shoulder, your hand to pull yourself around into the twist. Gently squeeze the belly in, pull the left hip back. Good. As you exhale, see if you can keep the twist and then just straighten a little way back through the left leg. So that might mean you want to pull the right hand back. So you come into a half split, but we're in a half split with a little twist. Exhale, release the left hand down, square your chest over the knees. See if you can work a little bit deeper down into that half split position. Good. Inhale, just walk yourself forwards. Plant down through the hands, untap the back toes, and then we're going to slide that left leg back, come to our half plank position. So we can stay here with the knees on the floor, squeezing the belly in and tucking the tailbone under, or we can just try and lift the knees up off the floor, come to full plank. We're here for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale, lower to the mat, so you can drop the knees to the floor if you want, come all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, just take your chest up, away from the floor. And then exhale, use your knees, push back, downward facing dog. So think of pressing from the big toe, little toe, outside edge of the foot and the heel. Press through the fingertips and the palms, and then lift your hips up and press the whole of the body back behind you. Big stretch through the back of the legs, through the back of the spine. Maybe noticing a stretch in the arm and the shoulders. Breathe out, squeeze the belly in. You want to bring the right leg up to the front. So you can step up from this down dog position, or we can drop both knees to the floor and then just slide that right leg up. Come to your low lunge position. We want to have the left hand and the right foot in one line. Back toes can be tucked under, or we can release the foot flat to the floor. Circle round. So inhale, reach the left arm up and out in front. Right arm, to the front, up to the top with the ceiling, and then breathe out, circle back behind. So inhale, reaching all the way up and out in front to the ceiling, stretch through those fingertips, exhale, circle back. So imagine you had a light beam or an energy beam coming from the fingers, stretching up and behind you. We've got 2 more. Work with the breathing. So on this last one, hold that twist, reach out through the fingertips. See if you can just sort of think of the left side of the belly and the chest reaching towards the right thigh. And then we're going to see if we can pull back into that half split position. So when you're ready, exhale, push the right hip back behind you. If the right hand drops, that's okay. We just use it there to help with the balance. Walk back and then see if maybe you can come and reach those right fingertips back behind you again. Left hand can go wherever you need to help you hold this position here. Think of the left side of the chest, still reaching around towards that right thigh. And then exhale, square yourself back out towards the mat. So the right hip pulls back, the left hip pushes forwards. Maybe the fingertips are right in underneath. Perhaps you can fold a little bit further forwards. Good. And then inhale, push yourself, walk the hands up towards the front. Untap the back toes, and then we're just going to step, shuffle, slide that left foot up to join the right. So exhale, come into your fold. Inhale, little bend in the knees, sweep all the way up. Reach the arms up, palms together, lift the chest, squeeze the arms back past your ears. Exhale, take it all the way down towards the floor. So inhale, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest that little bit so we can bend the knees. Step back with the left leg. So we're going to take those arm circles again. This time you can do it with the back knee lifted. So it's your choice whether you want to work in a high lunge or with the knee on the floor in a low lunge. When you're ready, inhale, reach the right fingertips out in front, all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, circle round. Inhale, come to the front, to the top. Exhale, circle round. One more. Circle all the way up, round. Reach those fingertips back behind you. And then just as we did with our low lunge, we're going to try and straighten the front leg. So again, you can still keep your back knee on the floor here if it's going to help. Exhale, pull that right hip back. See if you can just stay looking back behind you. Reach those right fingertips back. So now we're in our pyramid pose. Again, that left hand can walk in. Maybe if you want to be in your full pose, you can use your cushion, your block, just to put in underneath your left hand and just lift the floor a little bit up towards you. Good. Exhale, release the right hand down. Twist your body back so that it is square over the thigh. Push the right hip back, square the left hip forwards, and see if maybe you can fold a little bit deeper. Good, breathe in, push forwards, ground the hands down around that right foot, and then as you exhale, shuffle, slide it back, come into plank. Squeeze the belly in, tap the tailbone under, so you can drop the knees, be in half plank if you wish. 2 big breaths. And then when you're ready, lower all the way down, so drop the knees to the floor first if it helps. And we're going to come into a moving, floating Cobra. Inhale, slide the shoulders down the spine, peel the chest up from the floor. Exhale, curl back down. So inhale, lift the chest. Maybe that chest comes up just a little way. Exhale, lower. So you're just finding your Cobra, your Bhujangasana pose here. Working with the breath. Just finding that movement meditation here. We're going to go for 2 more. And then as you exhale, push back, find your child's pose. Just let the head drop to the floor. Let the hips relax. Lower back relax. And then we're going to inhale, come back up to tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes under, ground through the fingertips and the palms, lift up and back, downward facing dog. So spread through the toes, the feet, ground down, press back. So we want to bring that left leg up to the top. So remember, you can step up from down dog or come through onto tabletop to help you bring that left leg up to the top. So yoga's choice. Now we can stay high lift or drop the knee into a low lift, low lunge. Reach those left arm out when you're ready. So inhale, reach the fingertips out, circle up, take it behind. Inhale, reach out in front and up, circling round, behind. So it might be that today you want to go on the knees, and then perhaps next time you're in your high lunge pose. Maybe it's a high lunge day today, and the next time you do this, it's a low lunge day. Just always working to how your body feels. So we've got one more circle. Reach the fingertips out, up, pull it back behind you. Twist, look back, keep reaching out through those fingertips. See if maybe one shoulder can stack above the other. So the right shoulder rolls under, left shoulder rolls back. And then we're going to try and pull back through the left leg. So remember, you can drop the knee here if it helps and come into that half split position. Exhale, pull the left hip back. Maybe the right hand needs to come a little bit further back in. Support the right arm here, or the right hand here if you need it. Keep looking back behind you. Good. Take the left hand down towards the floor. Square your shoulders, your chest back with the mat. And then square the hips out. So the left hip pulls back, right hip falls forward. Maybe you can fold a little bit deeper here. Keep the hands pulled in. Maybe you actually need to just find that extra little bit of support to come underneath both hands. Or maybe you just want to drop that back knee and work in that half split position. Good. We're here for 2 more breaths. And then when you're ready, slide, pull the right foot up to join the left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Micro bend the knees. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Pull the arms back past the ears. Lift the chest. Exhale, bring your hands into the center. So it's going to take a little balance. So exhale, squeeze the belly in. Draw the navel into the spine and up into the rib cage. Take the right foot up off the floor. So we can stay here and just try and hold the right knee up. We're going to try and use the core, maybe support it with one of your hands if you need to. If you want to go a little bit further, stretch the right leg out in front. Good. Exhale, bend the knee. Take the right foot down towards the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Pull the arms back. Lift the chest. Exhale, take it down towards the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Little bend in the knees as you take it all the way up. Extended Tadasana. Lift the heart. Pull the shoulders back, the arms back. Exhale, heart, hands to heart center. So the navel pulls into the spine and up into the rib cage. Exhale, take the left foot up as you ground down through the right. Support the leg if you need it, or keep the knee bent here if you want to go that little bit further. Extend the left leg out. Good. Exhale, bend the knee, plant the foot back down on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the hands all the way down towards the mat. So just pause here. Hang in that forward fold position. See if maybe we can ground through the toes, the balls of the feet, and then send those hips a little higher. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then we're going to bend the knees. Bring one foot behind the other so you can come all the way down towards the floor. As you exhale, squeeze the belly in. Just take yourself back towards the mat. So maybe you're going to use your core here. Maybe you use your arms and your hands to help. Inhale, float the arms back. Stretch out from fingers to toes. So exhale, hug the knees up in towards your chest. So we're going to come into some eagle crunches just to fire up the core. Get those abdominal muscles working just a little bit today. So when you're ready, we're going to cross the right leg over the left. So we bring the thighs together, squeeze them together. Maybe you carry on wrapping into with the calves one on top of the other. So we're in our eagle legs. We then want to find our eagle arms. So we're going to bring the right arm in
underneath the left at the elbow. Press the backs of the forearms, the backs of the hands together. If you can take that little further wrap where the wrists come around each other, wrap the wrist as well. So when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, press the back in towards the floor. Squeeze the belly in, elbows and knees come together. Inhale, release. So keep squeezing the lower back into the floor. Navel squeeze into the spine and up into the rib cage. Bring the elbows and the knees together. Release. If it's too much with for the head and the neck, just bring the hands back behind you. And we can keep our eagle legs, but use the hands for a little bit of support for the head. So no need to rush. We're still moving slowly, calmly, quietly. Finding that inner strength while we're here. We're going to go for 2 more. Good, release. Unravel the arms, let the right arm flop out to the side. So we're going to come into a twist. Try to keep your legs in this eagle position if you can. If it's too much for the back, then we unrelease the legs. So as you exhale, twist to the left. We're going to use our left hand to help guide the legs over. Remember, if it's too much for the back, just unravel the legs and see if you can come to a twist here. You could always use your block, your cushion, to support the knees here, the feet here if you want. And then you keep using that left hand just to guide the knees, maybe help them come a little bit further around to the side. Push the right hip away from you. Inhale, and then exhale, melt the right shoulder back into the floor. Maybe take a little look over towards your thumb. Good. Exhale, squeeze the navel into the spine and up into the ribs. Roll your knees back into the center. Unravel the legs. Plant the feet on the floor just in front of the hips. Bring your hands down by your side. Exhale, turn the tailbone up, round up through the spine. Squeeze the glutes in as you lift the hips up. Press the knees away. And then exhale, roll back down through the spine. We're going to then bring the left leg over the right as you bring your knees up and towards you. Maybe you take the little wrap with the calf and the ankles as well. Reaching the arms up. The left elbow is going to cross underneath the right. Bend the arms. You press the backs of the hands and the backs of the forearms together. If you want to take the little wrap around the wrist, you can as well. When you're ready, exhale. Navel squeezes into the floor. Elbows and knees together. So exhale, press the navel down and up into the ribs, so we push the lower back into the mat. And release. So remember, you've always got that option of supporting the head with the hands here, if you prefer. So remember, keep it slow, keep it controlled. We've got 2 more, just keep pressing that lower back into the floor. So release, come all the way down, unravel the arms, let the left arm flop out to the side, use the right hand then to just guide the legs over. Remember, if it's too much for the back, we just unravel the legs. Again, see if maybe the feet can come down. If perhaps the knees can't come all the way down, use your cushion, use your block just to support the legs. If that helps, release a little bit more. And then when you're ready, exhale, melt the left shoulder, the left arm to the floor. Look towards your thumb. Push the left hip away this time. It's helping to find that little bit of length through that side body here. And then when you're ready, breathe out, squeeze the belly and roll back into the center. Unravel the legs, plant the feet on the floor, hands by your side. Exhale, turn the tailbone up. Squeeze in with the glutes as you press down through the knees, pushing through the balls of the feet. Big stretch through the front of the body. And then exhale, release. Inhale, take the arms back past your head. Big stretch out from fingers to toes. And then exhale, sweep the hands round, roll yourself up to sitting. Okay, good. We're going to take the feet out in front and then pull the right leg in towards your side. Sit nice and tall, reach both arms up, and then when you're ready, we're going to fold from those hips. Calm down. So find the creases at the front of the legs. Bring your belly and your chest forwards, and then just see where the hands end up. So maybe they're just going to rest on the mat today. So press the heel away, press the hip away, just to help find that length in the back of the leg. And remember, it doesn't matter how far forwards we come in, we're just working to wherever our body feels it can go today. Good. Exhale, sit yourself up. Release the right leg out. Pull the left leg in. So if it doesn't quite work on the thigh, that doesn't matter. Just take it maybe on the shin. Maybe the leg even needs to come a little bit wider. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, press the chest forwards. Come to your fold again. So see where the arms end up. Maybe it's the shins, maybe the ankles. Maybe you can reach the feet, but don't overstretch. Keep thinking of bringing the chest forwards. And then inhale, sit up. And this time we're going to bring the right leg up to join the left, coming into our cobbler's pose. So just bring the hands around the feet or the ankles. See if you can roll the soles of the feet to the ceiling, just to help relax those ankles out to the floor. And then as you exhale, squeeze the knees away from each other. Think of finding length. Instead of trying to push them down, think of lengthening out from your hips to your knees. Lift the chest. If you want to go for the fold here, you can. And just think about pressing the chest forwards. And then inhale, release. Squeeze the knees in together and send both feet out long. Reach the arms up, and then when you're ready, exhale, come forwards. Just let the arms relax down. Again, wherever they naturally end up, so maybe it's the toes, the ankles, the shins, maybe we have the hands just resting on the mat. Think of the heels reaching away, the hips reaching away, so maybe we find a little bit more depth of feeling, of stretching in the backs of the legs. Maybe it is around the back or the spine, the hips that we feel, we notice something. And then inhale, sit up. Exhale, squeeze the belly into the tailbone under. Slowly roll yourself back towards the floor again, maybe squeezing the belly in for a little bit of support. Float the arms back, take a full stretch out from fingers to toes. And then release your hands back down by your side. Bend the knees so you bring your feet up in towards your heels again. Exhale, turn the tailbone up, roll up through the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, roll back down. through each vertebrae, placing it back on the floor. Inhale at the bottom and then exhale, turn the tailbone up, roll up through the spine. Press the knees away, press into the balls of the feet, squeeze the glutes in as you lift the hips up. And then exhale, just take one vertebrae at a time, back down towards the floor. So we're just going to do that one more time. Exhale, turn the tailbone up, really working on lifting up one vertebrae at a time from the floor. Relax the shoulder blades in underneath you. See if you can lift your heart a little higher. And then exhale, release. Slowly just taking it back down towards the floor. And then hug both knees up in towards your chest. Take a little rock here again, or draw some circles, perhaps in each direction with the knees. And then just come to a moment of stillness. Take a scan through the body. If you feel you need to take a last little stretch or a little piece of movement for yourself, just to help the body to finally release, ready for relaxation. Give yourself that last moment of release here. And then when you're ready, we're going to settle into Relaxation Shavasana. So if you'd like to just put a jumper or anything like that back on, or you need a sip of water, please make sure you're going to feel comfortable. And then we come into our comfortable position on the mat. So again, that might be with the knees bent, feet at the edges of the mat, perhaps the heels roll together. Maybe you want to slide the feet away from you, come into that corpse pose. Hands either on the belly, perhaps for a moment, just to check into the breathing, or relax the arms, let them flop out to the side. Close your eyes if that feels okay. And then when you're ready, tuning into the breathing. Just noticing how the breathing feels now. Tuning into the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest. See if you can let the body relax that little bit more deeply. If there is perhaps an area in the body that needs a little bit extra love, a little bit of extra energy, prana right now, breathe into those areas, helping them to release. Maybe there's an area of the body that's just holding itself. See if you can let it go. And then as you feel your body take that releasing feeling of flopping heavy to the floor, or trying to flop heavy to the floor, allow the mind to fully switch off. If you do have a thought that floats into your head, see if you can just pop it in a little bubble and let it float away, choosing not to follow it. Breathing comes back to normal. So you give yourself a last moment just to relax and absorb all the work from your practice.
gently start to move your fingers, toes, your hands and your feet. Take your arms back past your head, maybe take a full body stretch here. And then when you're ready, hug your knees up in towards your chest. Take a little rock from side to side until you feel ready to roll all the way round onto your left hand side. Keep your eyes closed if you can as you slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Just allow the shoulders to relax, drop them away from the ears, and then when you're ready, we're going to breathe in. Reach the arms up, bring your palms together, and just release your hands then down towards your heart, towards your centre, bowing your head to your fingers. Thanking yourself for the effort of taking your time on the mat this morning. Sealing you practiced in with Namaste. Good. Well done. I hope you enjoyed that and you felt that you found a little bit of quietness and soothing within that flow and that strength work. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave me any comments or questions below. And I hope to see you again on the mat in the future. If you did like the video, then please subscribe to the channel and then you'll always know when all our videos do come out. All right, take care now. Bye.